I've never seen anything like it in my life. That light from 50 yards, it is incredibly bright.
Told you it was.
Yeah.
There's a light in the distance calling me.
I wasn't joking.
I had no idea.
Even in the dark when it's hard to see. Oh, I won't give up now. No, I won't back down. There's a light in the distance calling me. So here I
Man, that was cool, dude. I think they turn off all their senses. They can't see you. All they hear is the call, see the light. Go to the light.
What would make a wild animal one history has proven to be extremely intelligent? What would drive them to run headlong into a light so bright it must be a trap? How can they just not know something's off? It's as if they're in a trance, being inescapably allured by something harmful, yet they must go. For them, there is no choice. Tonight I'm hunting with a fellow lifelong night hunter who's been at this game at least as long as myself. He's no stranger to lights and how the game is played. However, this will be his first rodeo with a camera in the mix, and most definitely a bright enough light to land an airplane. I knew going in if we could find a few of the right coyotes, he was gonna experience something completely new, regardless of how long he may have hunted with lights in the past. This is something a little different. They never fully understand till they actually see those lights come on for the very first time. Then watch a coyote come right to it.
When I see the light, I think of those giant lights that, you used to, when there was a grand opening, you'd see those giant lights up in the sky. That's the only thing I can imagine. It used to be for, I think, landing airplanes or maybe finding airplanes that, in World War II or something.
His name is Barrett LaCourie, and I couldn't wait to see the look on his face the first time I powered up the mothership.
It was obvious that there were several coyotes in that group. One came in, and I thought, yeah, I know there's several of them back there, and one of them came in. You'd think that that was the dumb one, but lo and behold, the rest of the pack was right behind him.
We'll keep on going, okay? Just keep shining.
Yeah, it sounds like there were several.
Holy smokes. I'm gonna keep on calling. Dude, I know there's more. There's more of them over that hill right there. There's gotta be. Dude, there's gotta be at least 4 or 5 of them.
I kind of had the expectation that we were gonna have to shoot them much further than what we did. I truly did not have any idea that when you were filming that we were gonna shoot them at 25 yards. that a coyote would even put up with that amount of light. No matter how bright that light was, he was on his way.
Ready. Do it. Ta-damn!
I'm out. I got no more cartouches.
You got no more boletos?
Triple?
You can't kill a cow with a white light, can you?
White light, man.
Holy smokes, man. You don't triple like that very often.
No, 3 of them?
Are you freaking kidding me?
I think, what do we call, 6 in?
There was, I know on the last one, there was 2 more coyotes that rolled up over the hill, and there was one that got away. We either called him 5 or 6.
Yeah. I've never seen anything like it in my life. That light from 50 yards, it is incredibly bright.
Told you it was.
Yeah.
The thing is too, is a lot of people don't realize they see these big bright lights like this. They don't realize once you get one coming to it, it disorients those coyotes so bad. They don't know how far you are.
There wasn't one of them that spooked from the light tonight. Not one of them.
Heck yeah. Triple.
Man.
Tripled it up, man.
Triples don't happen very often. So much fun.
I think it's safe to say from Barrett's excitement, he just witnessed something he'd never seen before.
Adding the camera to the mix of, you know, not only having either a handheld light or a thermal, you know, all these things, having the mindset of to go shoot a coyote or a bobcat is one thing, but when you throw the camera into the mix, I didn't realize they had to be so close, but to have them so close, man, you start to get an itchy trigger finger when they're out there 100 yards or they hang up at 75 yards.
Can you hold all 3 of them up?
You know, historically, we'd keep the call rolling. In this instance, many times we'd turn the call off and smooch them in. Still can't see. And then to hear it again, and they'd come a little closer. I think you said it best, you learn a lot more from a coyote that's alive than you can when they're dead. And to see them behave and turn the call off and smooch to them and them hunting their way to you, it's a sight to see.
Dude, that is freaking awesome, son.
Yeah, they're all about the same size.
Yeah. Flipping cool, man.
That's really cool. What a fun hunt. Doing it on the ground.
It's different when you're on the ground like that than when you're up in a rack. It's kind of hard to explain to people, but
What an experience. They were so close and they were just committed. And when they decided to come, they were coming.
I think when they see that light, when they look at it in person, like there's been times we've taken guys out here, we turn that light on and we say, would you believe if a coyote would come to that? And they look at you like you're stupid.
When you're looking at it from this angle, it's unbelievable.
You can't even look at it. But the thing is, when you're walking at it, you can't tell if it's 10 yards or 100.
You can't tell.
And I think the same thing happens with a coyote or a bobcat or fox or whatever. They're just looking into the abyss because they don't know. All they know is what they hear and they're going to.
As long as the wind is right, I think they turn off all their senses.
Yeah.
They can't see you. All they hear is the call and see the light. Go to the light.
I'm glad we broke you in finally.
Man.
I've been telling you about it.
Man, what a deal.
Dude,
Thank you very
that's
much.
awesome. It's still early in the night, man.
I think we gotta maybe try another spot or two.
The reality is, even for an experienced, lifelong night hunter like Barrett, it's hard to wrap your head around what you're seeing right in front of you. The shock of it all, disproving every theory you've ever heard preached about lights your entire life, is hard to come to terms with. But the question still remains, why would they do that? We've seen this scene play out hundreds of times over the past 15 years, and we're still trying to get a handle on it. And we already crossed the "it's just a coincidence" bridge a long time ago. Heck, that ship sailed back in the carnivore days. And we've proven it ain't just an isolated Texas thing by doing it in other states. So you can't blame it on just dumb Texas coyotes. That ship sailed also. So what is it? That's a great question, but I want to take it a step further. The real question I have for you today is, why is this even a mystery in the first place? That's what I want you to focus on. Why are we even having this discussion? You ever heard the saying, if you tell or spread a lie enough times to enough people, it eventually becomes true? Even though it's still a lie, over a long enough period of time, it eventually becomes accepted as true. Well, I believe when the red light rumor began decades ago, it dug roots so deep in the minds of night hunters, those beliefs got passed on to following generations as fact. You gotta have a red light to be successful. That's what was preached for so stinking long. It eventually became true in the minds of night hunters. And trust me when I say that theory runs deep. For some guys, it holds on to them like a vice. Here's how it went. Red light rumor gets created, rumor gets passed on as fact, rumor becomes fact. And here we all are 30 years later watching a TV show, scratching our heads going, why on earth are those animals coming to a bright-ass white light? They're not supposed to do that. Well, the hard, cold reality is, whatever it is in their makeup that causes them to do this has been there all along. And accepting that for some die-hard red light guys is a pill that's just simply too hard to swallow.
Do it.
Because that would require admitting you may have been wrong.
Wind's blowing right straight to that sucker.
I was pretty excited for Barrett to get to experience what we do in person. And on this night, we were getting them close too. Most were under 50 yards and some as little as 15 to 20. It was just one of those nights.
Kill him right there if you want.
I kind of had the expectation that we were gonna have to shoot them much further than what we did. I truly did not have any idea that when you were filming that we were gonna shoot them at 25 yards. That a coyote would even put up with that amount of light.
Hey, real trophy. To like 7 pounds. Hey, one day he'd be big and probably killing some calves. And
Barrett's been primarily a thermal guy for the past few years, but I think this experience may have sparked a little new interest back in lights, and the rules of the game changed from one to another.
So there's a big difference in hunting with thermals and hunting with a light. If you're gonna hunt with a thermal, you almost have to treat it like it's a daytime hunt because those coyotes can see. Just because we can't see in the dark doesn't mean that they can't. They'll pick you out quick. So there's 5 senses, right? And you take away their ability to smell you, so you hunt with the wind in your face. Their sight, you take away the sight with the light. All they can do is hear you. That light allows the opportunity to be in the middle of a wide open pasture and take that sense away.
hey, in for, I think. Yeah, he's out of gas.
The moral to this story is, don't believe everything you hear. Especially if most of it's coming from the internet. Make your own opinions or beliefs based on your own personal experiences when out hunting at night. And when someone tries to sell you the red Kool-Aid, if you like the taste of it and it works for you, great. But don't expect others to work within the confines of your box. We didn't, and that's what got us where we're at today. We found out what works best for us, and you most certainly can too. I encourage you to set out on your own path and just try something new or different. You never know where that path may lead, and you may even find yourself on the brink of something you never could have dreamed. But before any of that, you gotta be willing to try.
Holy smokes, man, he's right there.
Oh, I was fiddling with buttons. I never took a chance to look at him with my eyes. I was looking all the way through the thermal trying to get it to record.
This stuff's a lot taller than I thought it was when we set up. He can't be 15 yards. I want to look at the video. I had to let him get kind of through a little gap right there. He was kind of going through the tall stuff, and I could see him kind of bebopping through there, but every time I'd see him, I'd get just his ass in, kind of going through another little hole. But when he got it right up on top of us right here, I knew I had to at least get him to move one more time.
I thought you were going to turn me loose a while ago, then all of a sudden your lip squeaked one more time. I said, holy crap, he's going to be in our lap.
You know me better than that.
No, I know.
He keeps ducking down in between that stuff, trying to figure out how to get there.
Do it.
Oh, ho, 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 ho.
Sweet.
That never gets old.
Oh my goodness.
That'll probably be a pretty good video still right there too. I don't care what you say, that is freaking badass. You know, I think it's funny if you really look back on where we've gone with these lights. If people could actually see that with the naked eye, you know, it really goes back to the whole not thinking that you know everything and being open-minded. Because back when we started doing this stuff, everybody told us there's no way you can do that.
Got to have a red light. You got to have a red light.
We pretty much just ignored them, obviously. But the fact of the matter is, you get the right coyote, no matter what happens, he can't see nothing. Once he's committed and coming, it don't matter how bright that light is.
Well, they can still see the show. They can still see what we do, and they still think that it's staged.
Yep.
Yes, there's still guys out there that would rather say this is fake than just admit they were wrong. Suit yourself.
You know, the way I kind of look at it is being closed-minded, you're only hurting yourself.
That's right.
It's one of those kind of things that if you look at night hunting like it's an open slate, I think that gives yourself the best opportunity to learn from the guys that are legitimate hunters around you. If you get to the point where you're like, man, I've done it 10, 20, 30 years and I know everything about it that there is to know, that to me is when you start going backwards.
Well, if you're not growing, you're withering on the vine and you're fixing to rot. If you're so hard-headed that you won't listen to others or try new things, they may work, they may not. What have you lost? You're still out hunting.
So why does the moth go to the light? Because his instincts told him to.
Do it. Let's walk on down the road and do that again.
Yes, I like it.
Hey, I like it when they just go poof, you know what?
He never knew what hit him.
No, all he knew, he was looking into the lights of death.
Don't go toward the light.